You're struggling trying to find that running back off the waiver wire to help your fantasy, either for your lineups or as a stash down the road, or maybe you just need some extra depth on the bench. There's all kinds of options this week that you need to look at, but don't worry, I'm here to help you out. There's a running back from last week who's shown some life, who was productive and has a change in their situation that could allow them to be productive going forward. If anything, you're getting touches added to your team that could equate to fantasy points down the road, or just an option for you to debate against to put in your lineups. Today we were talking about Foreman, running back for the Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey got traded to the 49ers. I did a video on him slightly once that trade happened because it was very impactful for fantasy gamers. A lot of people ran to the waiver wire and picked him up along with his teammate Chuba Hubbard last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a game that was not supposed to be advantageous for either running back. He rushed for 118 yards, 4.73 yards after contact per attempt, 2 carries for more than 15 yards. So very solid performance in this outing. Finished this week as the RB17 in PPR fantasy, 16.5 PPR fantasy points on the week, so a solid performance. Chuba Hubbard was proclaimed the starter, did see a good bit of the workload, but from what we see here, we got a thunder and lightning scenario because both guys do different things in the offense. Deonta Foreman's more like the big bruiser with some speed to get it done, and you got Chuba Hubbard who can get on the outside, catch some balls out of the backfield, and can also run it between the tackles as well. We don't want to sleep on him either, but we're focusing on Foreman right now. Last year, with the Titans, when he was covering for Derrick Henry when he was out for injury, he was very productive then as well. Rushed for 632 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaged 3.13 yards after contact per attempt. Very solid number for the NFL. And also, what we like about him from an athleticism standpoint, he's 6 foot, 233 pounds, around 235. So he's a big, thick running back, but he's not slow. He ran a 4.51 40-yard dash, 94th percentile size-adjusted speed score. He's been in the league for a bit. He's had an Achilles injury prior, but he's still able to break off some long runs. We had 2 of them last week, so there is still some speed left in those legs. Prior to his Achilles injury that occurred to him earlier in his career, he rushed for over 2,000 yards during his final year at Texas. One of the most productive running backs in college football back then. Currently, he's rostered in 64% of sleeper leagues. After news broke about Christian McCaffrey, it was a 52% increase. It was a rush to the waiver wire to get your guy on basic Yahoo, ESPN, and other sources, other platforms. He's rostered in about 49% of leagues. So there's still some meat on the bone here. Could be on your waiver wire still. Might not have got picked up, but all fantasy gamers need to be looking at him. He's one of the hot waiver wire assets for the week. And whether you need a running back or not, you need to be looking at the waiver wire, seeing who you need and who you can get. If you're middle of the road or you need a patch-up running back, this might be your guy. He's going to get red zone looks. He's going to get those looks between the tackles. He's going to have opportunities to have those breakout games. I look for him to be sharing the backfield with Chuba Hubbard. They're going to be like 1A and 1B. Hubbard's going to be doing his thing. Foreman's going to be doing his thing. You're going to have up and down performances probably due to that. Hubbard's good in his own right. Foreman's good in his own right, so these two players are going to feed off each other. Hubbard came out with an injury in that game, but coaching staff said that if they needed him, they could have rolled him back in, so it wasn't that serious. I look for these guys to be thunder and lightning. I look for them to split up the workload. You may think, man, I don't want a running back like that, but some people out here are hurting at running back. Some people need a running back who's getting touches. Some people need a running back with a 94th percentile size-adjusted speed score, getting enough workload that they could pop off a long runner here and there. Needing enough workload that if they're in a good game script, if things things go well, that they could be productive. We got the Falcons coming up. We got the Bengals coming up. We got the Falcons again. So there are some opportunities for him to succeed going forward. And you know what? He's sharing the backfield, but he's the 235-pound back. He could get those red zone looks. He could get some opportunities. And he's shown over the years, last year and also some last week, that he's able to pop off some runs. So he's not just a big guy. He does have some speed and burst to him to allow him to get some chunk yards. But this is something that we all need to look at. Whether you're at the top of your standings or at the bottom, he's a player that might be able to help you out. More than just a stash, a guy that you can put in your lineups here and there, especially if you're hurting at the running back position. A lot of people are. The running back position, from a macro standpoint, has been horrible this year. A lot of our studs have not been hitting, and then we got a lot of volatility up and down through the running back position. So this may be a guy you want to look at. I also like Chuba Hubbard. I like both of them. I don't think you should sleep on either one of them. Pick one up if you can and hope for the best. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know which of these running backs you're picking up. Smash that like button on the way out. Helps the video on the algorithm, and you need to subscribe. I'm here to help you out. I'm dropping waiver wire content left and right. I'm the only one out here going deep on all these waiver wire guys to help best inform you on the guys you want. You're not getting one full video of all the guys. You can really pick by a la carte which player you want to hear about, and then you make the decision off that. But I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.